meltdown and keep you calm, cool, and comfortable all summer long. Economy Furnace Company is local and family owned. Call Economy Furnace Heating and Air at 724-438-4575. At 724-438-4575. For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Hey love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Periopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture, I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Your health is more than just how you feel today. It's about staying well for the years ahead. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Primary Care, we're here to help you manage your health with regular checkups, screenings, and care that's tailored to you. With locations in Uniontown, Carmichaels, Connellsville, and Scottdale, it's easy to find care close to home. Visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown today to find the primary care provider who is right for you.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale at 724-220-5281.
WNBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation this hour. 724-438-4593. A couple other things. Linda McMahon is the Secretary of Education. And President Trump had basically told her, says, start finding out how we can shut down and disband the Department of Education. So one of the things that has taken place is eliminating about, I think it was 1,500 jobs. And people sued. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the administration so that those 1,500 can be laid off, fired, whatever word you want to use there. So is this the beginning of the end for the Department of Education? I don't know. One of the things in the One Big Beautiful Bill, though, does make it easier anyway. I don't know all the particulars, but it does make it easier for school choice, for parents to enroll their children elsewhere, allowing their tax money, their taxes to follow their children. So, the whole idea is to, put education back in the hands of parents and your local school districts, kind of really getting away from any mandates and the federal government trying to tell local school districts on how to educate children. On that same bent or same track of cutting federal employees, Secretary of State Marco Rubio also is looking at paring down the size of the State Department. So it turns out that after he took office, they tried to get a full comprehensive list of who works in the State Department. It took them 3 months because nobody knew. Nobody knew who was working in the State Department. No, there was no list. They were just blindly, sending out a paycheck every 2 weeks. They didn't know who was who, what department they were in, what their job was. They just were sending them a paycheck. So it took them 3 months to do that. Apparently that's done. So the State Department is now looking to cut the workforce in the State Department by 3,000 federal employees. So, that's kind of scary. Not knowing who's working for you. How do you do that? How do you allow that to happen? I mean, can you imagine, being the owner of a company and, every other Friday or every Friday, whatever, when you're signing 100 paychecks, but you as the owner, you don't know what job they're doing. Your manager doesn't know who's there. Can you fathom you as the owner of this country letting that take place where you don't know who is working for you? And yet our federal government is doing just that. Just amazing. Amazing. And you know what's scarier too about all this? Let's say President Trump is successful in what he's wanting to do. Let's say he wants to, he gets the maybe not the Department of Education completely disbanded, but down to, I don't know, maybe 1,000 employees. I don't know how many work in the Department of Education now. But let's say it gets cut down to 500, 1,000 just to handle the basic things, handle grants and other monies that are sent to individual school districts and the State Department and other agencies where the workforce is cut down 10, 15, 20% or more. Getting rid of the fat. Making government leaner, more efficient. The scary part is him being successful in getting that done and a new administration coming in and hiring everybody back. That, to me, that's kind of a big scary part as well. 724-438-4593. Let's grab a phone call. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. This is Terry, by the way.
Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry or Carrie?
Terry with a T.
Terry, how you doing?
Good. Hey, with that school thing, are you going to be allowed to go to another county?
Terry, I don't know the specifics about that at this point in time. I don't know how it's going to work as far as, I don't know if it's going to be designed to just say, taking your student out of Uniontown and moving them to Fraser or vice versa, or am I going to be able to now take my child out of Uniontown and send them to Mount Lebanon? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I wouldn't expect that in that scenario, it's going to be up to you to get your child up to Mount Lebanon.
Yeah. We have the situation up here in the mountains that they're closing our middle school.
Right.
And rumor had it they're going to close eventually one of the other schools. And with Turkey Foot being so close, that I'm just curious if a lot of people would send their kids to Turkey Foot if they could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or for that matter, I mean, you're so close to West Virginia too. Will
True.
you be able to go across the border to a school in West Virginia? I don't know the particulars, Terry. I wish I did. Yeah.
No problem.
Wish I did.
All right, thanks.
But certainly it's going to make it easier. I believe part of this too is you could send your child to a private school. It doesn't have to be a public school. You can send them to a private school.
Okay.
As well. So, if you've got a private school down the street from you, you will be able to send them there, and your tax money will forward to that entity, not probably paying the full tuition, but at least a good chunk of it, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your time.
Okay, Terry. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, definitely.
724-438-4593. It is open conversation. Both lines are open. Give me a buzz. Yeah, I wish I knew more about it, and I do want to look into this some more, get a better handle on this whole thing about school choice and your tax money following you, or following your child, I should say. So again, Terry brought up some good points. Is it just going to be within the county? Can you go cross county lines? Can you cross state lines? I don't know. But it does give parents more control over the education of their child. If I don't like the curriculum that is being taught here, I can research and take my child there. Again, I don't know how that will work. I don't know if there is, the tax money I pay now towards school, if that is enough to pay a neighboring district. I don't know. Another thing that I believe is in the One Big Beautiful Bill, this comes to health insurance. Health savings accounts, HSAs, is a nice option. It's a savings. The county government here has HSA options for its employees, and it has saved the county tons of money when it comes to health insurance provided to their employees. One Big Beautiful Bill, I believe, if I understand correctly, will allow the individual person to get an health savings account insurance policy, therefore saving the individual money on their premiums as well. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, this is Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Before you even get started, what does that even mean, a healthcare savings account?
So,
what's the definition?
Okay, so what a health savings account is, Bill, is you open up a special savings account basically at the beginning of the year, and there are options as to how much money you can put into that account. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 if you want. So from that account now, when you go to your doctor for a visit, when you have an X-ray or MRI, blood test, there's usually a copay. So you can take money from that health savings account and draw from that to pay your copay. You can draw from that to pay for your prescription drugs. Okay?
Okay.
And then now hold on. So once that health savings account is depleted, your insurance picks up everything else from there on out for the rest of the year. So that is your maximum out-of-pocket expense, other than in this case, your premium, but that's your maximum out-of-cost expense. Now, if at the end of the year, let's say you start off with an account of $3,000, and you've only spent $1,000 of it, leaving $2,000 in there, well, you have the option of rolling that over next year, or you get to keep it. You can use that as a investment of some kind. And this is also, I do believe, this health savings account is pre-taxed money. So well, that's how it is when it comes from a government agency or from a business that is offering. When it's coming from you yourself, I don't know how that's going to work. But
I guess what I'm asking you is, like, if like in my case, I got private insurance from the company. Yeah. What kind of people are you referring to?
Well, you have to be a little more specific there.
All
right. So you're getting your health insurance through the company you work for, correct?
Right. So who does this affect?
So this would be the small business, the self-employed, that this is designed for in the one big beautiful bill. So before, as a self-employed person, you're one. You don't get any benefit from having a large company that can negotiate better pricing on your health insurance contract.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Let's say you work at one of the dollar stores or one of the convenience stores or one of the grocery stores, and you don't have insurance.
Yeah.
How do these people come up with $2,000 or $3,000 when I know very specific?
And that's something else. You don't have to open up a HSA account. So it's like you're still having a health savings account, but you have $0 in it. So in other words, if you go to your doctor, you're going to have to reach in your own pocket and pull out the copay, whereas you could take it from your health savings account.
Okay, let me move on real quick, bud. This Biden cover-up with his doctor, I mean, and you said it very, very briefly, that there are HIPAA laws.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can understand why the White House physician, and I can't remember his name in this case, I can understand why he would be reluctant to answer any questions concerning President Biden's health without permission from former President Biden himself. So I can understand why, if he were to say whatever, anything about President Biden, theoretically, he could get disbarred, if that's the term, from the American Medical Association for violating patient confidentiality.
Exactly. So,
but Anthony Bernal is not a physician. He doesn't have any, patient confidentiality to deal with. He can, if there was something there, if something was there, and I'm not saying that there was. I'm just saying if there was something there, he could certainly be saying, yeah, I saw things that I questioned. There were times when President Biden didn't seem to know what was going. He still could speak to his own observations, but he took the fifth. Okay, so what's the difference between that and the current president, who part of his campaign was, we're going to unveil this Epstein files, and now all of a sudden, why are you people still talking about it? He told one guy, and then told him she was a disgrace and everything else.
Why is that not a cover-up?
I can't answer that, Bill. Whether there's anything there or not, I think they should have been released. Whether there was anything there, Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice said, well, we've looked at it, there's nothing there. There's nothing new that you don't already know, so there's no big deal. We don't need to release. I'd release it anyway.
Yeah, because why did you go on Fox News on February 21st and say, hey, I have the list on my table, and now all of a sudden there's nothing there?
I would. I don't understand it either, Bill. President Trump he's kind of said, yeah, I'd like to see it released, but, it's also the Department of Justice, the president is supposed to, once he appoints the people to head it off, they're supposed to be a nonpartisan entity. They're not supposed to be there to do the bidding of the White House. They're supposed to defend the White House when the administration gets sued or the administration wants to sue somebody. They're supposed to defend.
I said that from day one. I said that from day one, but it doesn't seem to be coming off that way. It seems like she works for him and not the American people. And I'm not getting upset, but this is how it's coming off. I mean, you have the most extreme MAGA podcasters that have hundreds, no, I won't say hundreds, but millions and millions of people that listen to them every day. I can name them off: Charlie Kirk, Steve Bannon, Joe Rogan, Megyn Kelly. I mean, these people follow them, and they're upset about what's going on with this. Yeah, because that was part of his platform when he ran.
I know, but again, the president said he'd like to see them released. He's not supposed to order the Department of Justice to do that.
But that's not what he's been saying the last couple of days. He said yesterday on his way to Pittsburgh when he was at.
He said, "I'd like to see them released." He said he'd like to see them released. That's different from ordering. So, I understand. I'd like to see it released as well. Whether there's something there or not, Bill. I don't see the harm if there's nothing there, like the Department of Justice has said. What's the harm of releasing all the files then? If there's some elements that need to be redacted, then redact it, but release it.
Listen, you know I'm a Democrat, and I believe Bill Clinton's in there, but I also believe that Donald Trump's in there, and there's just something shady going on right now.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. But, hey, Bill, great talking. I got to go. I got to take my break. So, all right, we'll do it again. Thanks for your call. Bye-bye. Hey, do have to take that quick little break. When we come back, both lines are open. We'll have time for a few more conversations. 724-438-4593.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Warm weather is finally here, and with it, the opportunity to upgrade your lawn or yard with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown, All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has a fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Neutrina products and carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies too. So whether you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are looking to install an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers for you. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090 or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a pig? It's also a chance to win big with WMBS and the Pennsylvania Lottery. Now till the end of July, just be the sixth caller to 724-438-4593 whenever you hear. And you'll win $15 $2 When Pigs Fly scratch-off tickets with 10 top prizes of $20,000. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Chesler's Fine Furniture is overstocked with reclining sofas and reclining love seats from America's most famous manufacturers, Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishings, and Catnapper. And right now, they put their best sellers on sale in both fabric and leather. Featured is a 3-piece sectional in fabric for $32.99, or the same model in genuine leather for $33.99. And yes, there are 2 recliners in the sectional. Chesler's has a beautiful reclining sofa in brown for $7.99 and the matching love seat for $7.49. In the Lazy Boy department, select the Morrison model, available in 5 colors for $12.99 and matching love seat for $12.49. If you need a recliner, there are models to match each group. So breathe some excitement back into your family room with Chesler's Fine Furniture's best sellers. Credit terms and delivery are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation for about another minute, a little more or so. It's time for a little conversation or comment. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Yeah, you know what? I don't understand. You know, President Trump in campaign says, yeah, he was going to release the Epstein files. And also, if I remember correctly, the White House has admitted that President Trump is listed in the files. In what capacity? I don't know. Probably just because being at a function at the same time. I don't know. But why not list? Why? Of course, it might be kind of, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You release it, and people say, oh, well, they're still hiding. It's not the full file. They hid stuff. They're keeping stuff behind. So, even if they do go ahead and release it, which I wish they would, there's always going to be those conspiracy theorists that, oh, they held back. They're keeping something from us. It's not all here. So, I don't know how this ends. Again, I'd like to see it released just to finally finish it off, right? Hey, I got to go. We're out of time here. CBS News is next, followed by TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Michael Wallace. President Trump is again attacking Jerome Powell, but says it's highly unlikely he will fire the Fed chairman.
He's always been too late, hence his nickname, Too Late. He should have cut interest.